Coming up in today's video, guys, we have 4 earwax removals for you today, including one which is really interesting, which is the very last one, so make sure you stay tuned for that one as well. My name is Rhys, Barber. I'm one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates. So we can see this first patient here, we've got some quite thick keratin that's sitting just at the base of the canal here. Now, keratin is basically, if you imagine dried out skin, that's kind of what we're referring to as far as keratin is concerned. It goes quite tough, a bit like leather, but we've also got a little bit of soft wax sitting on top of it as well. So what I'm doing here is using a standard size ulnar tube just to lift these harder pieces up and take these softer bits of wax away. You can see it's sort of crumbling, it's breaking down a little bit, and that's because the wax is that little bit softer, because luckily the patient has been using some olive oil before they came along to the clinic today, which means it's a lot easier for us to remove these old bits of skin. You can see I'm peeling this away all the way around the outside edge. So what you've got to remember about the skin in the ear canal is it grows very differently to the skin everywhere else on the body. It kind of migrates from the deepest most part to the outermost part. So if you've got these dry layers of skin, they'll sit almost like a sleeve around the ear canal, and then you have to peel those away. Easily counteracted by using a little bit of olive oil on a regular basis, just stops that skin from drying out quite so much, but it means that we've just got to peel some of this dead skin away. This very, very last piece of wax here, there we go, very gently, because it's very sensitive in that particular part of the ear. So we've got the fine end on here, gives us a little bit more pinpoint accuracy as far as getting down to those little bits of wax nearer the drum, or in that deeper, more sensitive osseous or bony portion of the ear canal. So we're just clearing away now. We're in that outer section of the ear canal here, so just in that more sort of what we call cartilaginous, which means it's more flexible, like the outside of your ear. It's got a bit of give to it, so not quite as sensitive in this part, but eardrum looking absolutely fab. So we've got 2 centimeters, 3/4 of an inch of wax there, guys. If you're interested, guys, I'm going to put a card up here. There's another video there that's very similar to this one, actually, but it's a very old video, so you'll see a very young me on that one, but this just a little bit more sort of wax and skin removal on that one as well. It's a really interesting one to watch. So we've got now this very, very big plug. We can see there's no gap around this whatsoever. More keratin in here as well. So you can see this very soft layer of wax here at the outside section. And then we're going to go in there and get hold of this bigger, chunkier piece of wax here, that's sitting just over 1/3 of the way that the beginning part of this plug is anyway, down the ear canal. So we've got hold of the front section. We're giving this a little bit of a wiggle, but watch as we start to pull this away, we can see these keratin strips, these long kind of thin layers that are attached in there as well. So we're just going to start to peel this one. There we go. I've got to try and detach it from the canal wall, but we can see there's this sort of sleeve, this outer layer of keratin that's kind of holding this plug in place, and you'll see what I mean now as we start to come, there we go, and pull this away. Now, it's not unusual to get this dry layer that will kind of detach on all sides and sort of fold around a wax plug, and that's what's happening here, because if you imagine we talked about this sleeve of dry skin, well, if it's really dry, it is going to start to come away from the layer underneath. It's not going to migrate out the way it normally would. So I'm having to use the crocodile forceps here because this is still attached to the canal wall. I always refer to this as having a bit like a pull on the side of your nail. You know, you can see it's lifted off, but it hasn't quite detached yet. And that's what you're looking at here. And we've got to peel all of these pieces, all these bits of skin are from around the outside edge here. We're going to peel all these away first of all, before we can get to that central plug. Don't forget, guys, there are a few more videos in this compilation as well, including the last one, which is quite an interesting case as well. And if you're enjoying the videos, don't forget you can always like, heart, share, follow and subscribe for me. Do you have ear problems yourself? Great. Well, great. That's a terrible thing to say. If you have ear problems yourself, then you can always contact us. If you check out the link tree in the description below, you can book yourself an appointment with myself and lovely Mr. Taylor Green. You can see the plug coming out. I'm not wishing ear problems on anybody, guys. Don't throw shade at me in the comments. So we can see this is coming away just at the base of the canal. And the top section here is just peeling away as well. Got the fine end on here. The reason I've switched down to the fine end is to minimize any risk of something called clarinet clarineting, when you get this very high-pitched, squeaky noise that can happen when we suction. So we have 3.5 centimeters, 1 3/8 of an inch worth of keratin and wax. I'll pop another card up there, guys. If you love skin removals, there is an epic skin removal. Really shows you about that kind of sleeve of dead skin you can get around the outside edge. So make sure you check out that card, or the video linked in that card as well. So down here now we've got this very dry layer of skin and wax. It's all skin and wax today. You get these, you get lots of, we tend to find doing this job is you get loads of the similar type of wax removals. They all seem to come through in batches like buses, but this is coming away really well here. Nice little lift again, keratin again here, guys. You can see coming away from the bottom of the canal, much drier layer here as well, with this sort of epithelial migration we talk about. Now that becomes important for the last patient as well. So when we talk about epithelial migration, what we're talking about is the newest form skin is right in the center of the eardrum, and then it migrates out from that point to the edge of the drum, and then that then becomes the ear canal wall skin. And that's constantly going on all the time inside your ear. So imagine this sort of conveyor belt motion, carrying dirt, debris, wax, dry skin, everything along with it, okay? Bear that in mind for the last patient we're going to talk about as well in this compilation. So what we've got here now is we've got this plug. It's sort of attached itself almost and dried onto the dry skin, which in turn is still attached to the canal wall. So we've got to kind of wiggle this off here. There we go, giving this a little bit, there we go, a little bit more of a wiggle. There we go, out this is coming. We have to kind of get this away from that dry skin. You can see though, as we're pulling off, look how attached that is. That sort of tail of dry skin that disappears further into the canal there. So this is where it was attached. This is why that wax plug didn't migrate out particularly well, is because it was still attached. There's a little bit of dry skin, this keratin. Now you will find, as we said, with that movement of the skin, the driest skin is going to be forming around that sort of entrance to the canal, where it should just flake away, get mixed with the wax and fall out of the ear. But in this case, it obviously hadn't, it kind of held on in there. Ooh, nice wide shot, look at that. So 1 centimeter, I'm going to go with just over 1/4 of an inch on that one as well. Oh, next patient, stay tuned for this one. I think it's the second ear canal in this other patient. There's something unusual going on in there, and we need to kind of figure out what's happening there. So first side here looks lovely and oiled. It's really good. Patient put some oil in just before they came along to clinic, and in with the suction tube and bush out, it's gone straight away. We've got that front section that's gone there. So we're just going to work on this deeper section now. You can see actually the oils managed to penetrate down further, which is great. It doesn't always happen with patients. What you'll find sometimes is it'll soften what it comes into contact with. So it's usually the very front section, the bit that's facing you when you look into the ear canal, that's normally really softened up. But the pieces behind where the oil hasn't got to, not really softened up particularly well. So we're just tidying up here, just taking away these bits and pieces. Lovely looking eardrum, no issues there whatsoever. Now, make sure you stay tuned for the eardrum shot at the end here, guys, as well. So we're just taking, same here, lovely and oiled. That front section just came away beautifully there, really well. A little bit of keratin again here. I think it's a common theme through these videos today. So the keratin's coming away really well. There we go, just taking these few pieces at the end. There we go, tidying up. Now, take a look at the eardrum now. Look at the tip of the hammer bone and look just to the left. Can you see that little pearl there, okay? Now, that's quite unusual, okay? Now, that could be an indication of one of two things, all right? So we're either looking at an epithelial pearl, or we're looking at a potential cholesteatoma, okay? Or let me just do your measurement first. So 5/8 of an inch, 1.5 centimeters. So I'll explain what both of those things are. So they both involve epithelial migration, okay? Which is what we talked about earlier. See, it's seamlessly linked all the way through, I'm telling you. It's like we planned it. So what we've got with epithelial migration, you can get this with this trauma to the canal, okay, this epithelial pearl. Now what can happen here, it's very similar to a cholesteatoma. What you get is as the skin migrates out, it kind of almost gets trapped. It's usually around scar tissue, or somebody's had some infections or anything like that. Any basically interruption to that skin migrating out can kind of collect as this sort of really hard pearl type substance, where basically the skin is just wrapping around itself, and it just forms this sort of almost hard, what looks like a pearl inside the ear canal. Now, where that was situated, you usually find those more common around the canal walls, if I'm being perfectly honest, but that one was up into this top left corner of the eardrum there. So what that could be is either a potential epithelial pearl, or possibly what they call a cholesteatoma, which is very similar to an epithelial pearl. Then you get the skin trapped. It's usually really more common in that sort of upper area of the tympanic membrane, which is where this was found, but it's not got classic presentation. So normally you'd have a patient that had lots of ear infections, lots of other issues going on there as well. But this patient was completely asymptomatic, so no issues at all whatsoever. But just because that was there, I could see, if you go back and looked in that zoom section, you could see it kind of almost a little outline just a bit further back as well, sort of behind the eardrum. So I think this is possibly a cholesteatoma. Either way, we're going to refer through to ENT. What they'll normally do is a little scan, just check everything's okay on that side, and then they'll decide what they do with it from there. If it's cholesteatoma, it's usually surgery to remove it. Epithelial pearl, quite possibly surgery as well to get rid of that. So be interesting when the patient comes back to us, let us know what that is. But an interesting case for you guys to look at. Talking about interesting cases, if you check out the video up there, you'll be able to have another look at one of our other cases as well. It's a good one to have a little look at. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. Fingers crossed, I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.